stunning new details tonight about two homicides that happened within 24 hours of each other over the weekend.
A police report indicates the killings are connected, and Fox 5's Joe Vigil joins us with the details. Joe?
Well, according to a police report, it sounds like this was retaliation after a man's friend was killed. So this is a photo of a memorial for one of the people who was killed. William Hill was found at Hassel and Concord. So the very next day there was a gathering for Hill. A police report indicates Jason Spellman, a friend of Hill's, attended that gathering. The report also indicates another man, Clarence Harvey, told Spellman at the gathering that he murdered William Hill for Spellman's benefit due to some business opportunities. The report says that angered Spellman because he saw William Hill as a family member. The report says Spellman followed Clarence Harvey in his car after the gathering and fired around at Harvey. The report says Spellman circled back around and parked next to Harvey as he lay on the sidewalk. The report says Harvey told Spellman something to the effect of, "I'm already dead," and Spellman fired one more round at Harvey, who died. The report says Spellman told police he later threw a gun out of the car. Spellman is due in court tomorrow. Back to you.